What's up guys, my name is Sean, welcome to my Tech channel. Today we are checking out this small portable projector by aaxa. This is their SLC450 model. I believe this is the smallest projector they offer. First, I want to review all the specs. I'll show you what's in the box and we're going to do some sound test and video test so you can kind of get an understanding of who can and should consider this one. So this is kind of a short throw projector. It has a 0.7 throw ratio. I'll tell you in a moment what that means. It has 450 lumens, offers a native resolution of 1080p. As far as inputs, it offers you 5G Wi-Fi connectivity, Bluetooth 5.0, HDMI, USB, and TF card input. It weighs about 1.1 pound. And dimensions are 5 inches by 4 inches and only 1.5 inches thick. So what is that 0.7 throw ratio? Well, think of it this way. A 1.0 throw ratio means if you are 50 inches away from your screen, you get a 50-inch diagonal screen size. When you're 100 inches away, you will get a 100-inch screen on the wall or wherever you're projecting. The 0.7, you can apply the math. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can follow along. At 60 inches away, your screen will be 96 inches. At 7 inches away, 112 inches. At 80 inches away, your screen size will be 127 inches. And at 90 inches away from the screen or wall, your screen size will be 143 inches. And before we get to the unboxing and video test, real quick, I wanted to tell you about the sponsor of this video, MagTame. MagTame offers USB cables, but they're not your typical USB cables. They have these magnetic cables that it's very easy to collapse and organize. So if you have stuff connected to your laptop, for example, the cable is not going to be all over the place on your table and you can have them nice and neat. So when you are using and when you actually have them, collect them and put them to the side, it's going to be nicely organized and you're not going to have loose cables all over the place. These cables offer 3 amp fast charging and they're capable of transferring 60 watts of power and 480 megabits per second data transfer. These are nicely braided cables and very durable. They've tested, I think, over 10,000 times of bending and pulling, and these are Apple certified. So you're not gonna get that weird, this accessory is not recognized by Apple devices. On their website, I think they're about 20 bucks each, and I have a link down below. Check it out. I think you may be able to get some additional discount. With that out of the way, back to the video. So there are 4 things inside the box. You have the device itself, you have this mini tripod with flexible legs, you have your power adapter, and finally your standard remote. Let's do a quick tour around the product itself. So this is the top of it. You actually have your menus available here. So if you don't have the remote handy, you can use the input up front. You got your enter, D-pad, menu, back, and your volume button. In the back, you have your power adapter. No, sorry, that's your auxiliary. TF card, USB. On the right, you have your on-off button, DC input, and your HDMI, and there is a focus dial right here. On this side, you have your 3 fans. The speakers is in the front, and you have your lens. The way it's shaped looks like this projects up. So if you actually have it flat on the desk, it's gonna project up, and the bottom of the screen is gonna be the bottom of the table. So you don't have to try to tilt this up to get the right image you want. Look how small that is. So I got battery in the remote. This is connected to power. I attached the tripod, which by the way, the connector is not exactly centered. It may not be that big of a deal because this is not a heavy projector, but nonetheless, I wanted to point it out. And one last thing, this offers screen mirroring, even for Apple devices, and it's super simple. You basically connect this to your Wi-Fi, same Wi-Fi as your phone's connected to, and you see the normal Apple TV mirroring option in your phone, and you can just stream to that, and we're gonna test it out. Oh my God, this screen is very large. That's one of the benefits of having a short throw projector, that you don't have to be too far from the screen to be able to get that large screen size. So first impression, I'm not sure if the video is going to do it justice or not. Even though this is a dimmed room, it is not a pitch black room. and it is very, very bright. So I'm not mad at that. And looks like this thing, I was right, this thing projects up a little bit. That means you don't have to tilt your projector upwards when you put it on your coffee table, for example, to get the right screen. The benefit of that is you don't have to worry about messing around with keystone adjustments to trying to get the shape of the screen back to a regular rectangle size. And that also helps with focusing, because when you do that, you can typically either focus at the top, middle, or bottom, but this seems to be fine, and I don't need to really adjust anything in the focus. So YouTube, HBO Go, Disney, Hulu, Prime Video, and Netflix. So you can adjust the brightness. So you have 3 settings: eco mode, that's the dimmest, standard, and boost. I don't know why you would not want to have it on boost, but it's there. Projection mode, front table. If you're projecting from the back of the screen, it's mounted to the ceiling in the back, mounted to the ceiling in the front, and back to normal. Oh, I have a zoom out option. There you go. So if I'm forced to try to have this too far from the screen, I can zoom out much better. All right, let's get out of this part of the menu. So you have a browser feature, and you can use the control to browse. You can move the cursor around. There's a cursor button on that. And let's see, what other apps can we get? So there's an app store. Hello. All right, category. We have video, music, sport, lifestyle. What's lifestyle? So for the mirroring, first you need to go to the mirroring option. You select iOS, because that's what I have. Once it's on this screen, then you can go ahead, AirPlay from your phone. I have 20 of most popular and common MagSafe wallet I could find online on Amazon and elsewhere. This magnetic ring on it. Additional benefit of that is this magnetic ring that you have on your case, it has horizontal mode or vertical mode. And finally, check this out. Hey, where's my wallet? So you just had a chance to take a look and listen at what this projector does. So what is my final conclusion? Because it's really hard to try to get the quality through the lens and through the microphone. Here's what I would have to say. First of all, this is priced at $199, and most of the projectors at $199 or below, normally they're not 1080p, they're 720p, and they may be larger than these. So these are 2 pluses. The fact that it offers a really good out of the box focus and keystone, and I didn't have to mess with that, because I really hate that when projectors actually offer these dials that you have to dial in everything manually. You didn't have to deal with that. The size is also another plus, and the portability, it can bring a lot. Think about this. So for example, if you want to project something simply on the ceiling for your kids, or if you're into arts and you're trying to do any kind of tracing on a wall on a live projects, you can set this wherever you would like to try to do your artwork with that as well. So those are huge pluses. The built-in Netflix app and Disney Plus and Hulu, those are huge pluses, because you don't have to worry about trying to tie up your phone and actually stream devices, and obviously have to deal with sometimes lagging based on the Wi-Fi you have at your house, or watching it at lower quality to be able to get a buffer-free experience. Finally, the fact that this offers a throw ratio less than 1, that is a huge plus. I cannot stress how important and big that is, because normally you would have to try to move this so far away from your wall or your screen to get a decent size. And if anything, I had to do the opposite. My table, even though it's only about 6 feet or so, 7 feet from my projector screen, I had to zoom out to get the right ratio. And obviously, it gives you all the inputs you need, and you have quick access to your menu button, D-pad, and volume on this. So if you can't find this, you'll be fine. But keep in mind, they're not backlit. Other things I don't like about this, Absolutely. This is a $200 projector, and you can find a lot of flaws even with $1,000 projectors. But here are some of the things you need to consider. This is not the brightest projector you can get, and it does not offer the deepest contrast ratio. Having said that, because you do have a shorter throw projection, you can actually move closer to the screen and it compensates, and it gives you much brighter and deeper colors and blacks when you get closer to your screen. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for something portable, this would be very nice to have. And speaking of which, the final comment I have about this is, if this is being considered a portable projector, I wish it would have come with some sort of basic carrying bag that I can drop this and my remote in it. Probably would have cost an extra, maybe like $5 or less for them to try to include that, but it doesn't have that. So if you want to carry it, you have to carry it with the box. And I keep saying finally, but finally, when it comes to the brightness, you need to keep in mind, this is not a TV replacement projector. So during the daytime, obviously it's not gonna be as bright and as enjoyable at nighttime. So you need to keep that in mind. I think these sample images you saw, it is a lightly lit room. It's during the daytime. I do have a couple of windows, even though I have blinds, but these are not pitch black blinds. So it is still a bright room. So again, if you're on a budget, looking for something portable that you want it to be 1080p, offers multiple connectivity, and you don't have a lot of space in your area to be far from your wall that you want to project this, or if you need to do any artwork, or if you want to get something for your kids, this checks all of those boxes. This has been it. Hopefully I covered everything. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. I do my best to try to answer every single one of you guys. Thanks, aaxa, sending this to me for me to check it out and share my thoughts with you. And thanks for MagTame for sponsoring this video and sending a couple of these cables for me to check out. I'll put links to all the information down in the description below. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.